Hi, my name is Sean Mabry. I'm a writer, and today I wanted to clarify something that has been a point of confusion for me in the past, and I'm sure is a point of confusion for a lot of other writers out there. You've probably heard that your story needs to be relatable if you hope to get it published, and especially if you hope to sell it as commercial fiction. And that's true, but the thing that I always struggled with when I heard like, oh, your stories need to be relatable is that I always heard that word as meaning boring, frankly. Like, it has to be relatable in the sense of like it has to have this like one-to-one correspondence to people's actual lives, which doesn't really work out if you're writing sci-fi or fantasy or any other kind of speculative fiction like I tend to write. Or that you have to somehow dumb the work down and average it out so that Joe Schmo will be able to figure out what's going on. And I realized just recently that that's not really what people are talking about when they say that the work needs to be relatable. And a perfect example of this is the series I'm reading now. I'm actually now on the very last book of N.K. Jemison's Broken Earth trilogy, which, by the way, not that N.K. is watching this, but Nora, congrats on winning your third Hugo in a row, which has never been done before. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. The book I'm reading right now, The Stone Sky, it's the third one in the Broken Earth trilogy. That just won her third Hugo in a row, so do check out this series. You've probably heard something about it at this point, but what I love about this example is that the world that she crafts and the characters and the scenarios in this story are some of the most inventive, original, just fresh fantasy concepts I've seen in quite some time, and yet the entire story, beginning to end, is relatable. It feels recognizably human, and that she's a master. I mean, it's going to take me years to get to her level, but what she's done there is she has taken these incredible ideas. She's taken this incredibly rich, strange world, and she's found a through line through it that is entirely made up of experiences that the audience can relate to. That's what it means to tell a relatable story. You can have all the crazy, accoutrement and all the amazing, wild, weird world building that you want, but the through line of it, the thing that keeps us there, every paragraph, every chapter, even every sentence, is experience that we can understand, that we can somehow relate to a part of our own lives. And just to really drill down into this, the book opens with the very first book opens with basically the main character discovering that her son has been murdered by her husband. That's not a spoiler. That literally happens in the first. It's the first chapter, not the prologue, but the first chapter. That's what happens, and that is something most people have not literally lived through that. Most people have not literally had their spouse kill their child, but that resonates on such a deep level. We can put together the elements of that experience from our own experience because we know what it feels like to be betrayed. We know what it feels like to lose someone. We understand the parent-child bond and how intense that is, and how violating it is when that bond is broken. When you have an act of filicide, and that's really the kind of through line for everything else in the book, is that even if it's not a direct one-to-one correspondence, because how could it be? There's really extreme, bizarre scenarios going on. The fundamental building blocks of human experience are there. It's all built on emotions that we can recognize and extrapolate out to put ourselves in these extreme, bizarre scenarios. So that's what it means to write relatable fiction. I hope this distinction and this clarification really helped you out today. I know it was a big lesson for me. So feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as always, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.